Hello everyone, welcome to Ajinkya Techno Space. Uh, Today we are here to start with a webinar on the topic phases of compiler. So before going to the topic, let me introduce you what is Ajinkya Techno Space. It's an online international computer science school where you can learn anything related to computer science, whether it is coding, whether it's digital marketing, whether it is MS Office, anything related to computer science, anything related to computers. So today and what we provide is we provide online live classes, and we provide recorded lectures on YouTube. We provide recorded lectures on our website also, and we provide resume making services. We also provide interview preparation, and career guidance is also there, and free technical webinars are also conducted as we are conducting today, and we also guide for academic projects. So we are a team, and what are our goals are, we want to create excellence in education, and we want to tie up between academics and industry. We want to fill the gap between academics and industry. और हमारा ये जो प्लेटफॉर्म है वो ई लर्निंग प्लेटफॉर्म है। तो यहाँ पर हम ऑब्वियसली सब कुछ ऑनलाइन ही करते हैं, और बहुत सारी बहुत जनरेशन, पुरानी जनरेशन में ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग हैं, नई जनरेशन में भी, जिनको डिजिटल वर्ल्ड के बारे में कुछ भी पता नहीं है। तो उस वो अवेयरनेस क्रिएट करने के लिए भी हम लोग इस तरह के वेबिनार्स करते हैं। और हमारा जो ये इंस्टीट्यूट है, इसमें रिसर्च ओरिएंटेड लर्निंग को भी हम एनकरेज करेंगे आने वाले समय में। कनेक्टिंग ऑल नोट्स टू रीच द गोल, मतलब हमको कई बार ऐसा होता है कि कुछ चीज़ें पता नहीं होती हैं और कुछ पता होती हैं, और हमको ये नहीं पता होता है कि उन चीज़ों को कनेक्ट करके अप्लाई कैसे करना है रियल वर्ल्ड प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व करने के लिए। तो ये भी हमारा एक गोल है। इसके अलावा हम फ्री टेक्निकल अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम्स भी कंडक्ट करते हैं छोटे छोटे टॉपिक्स के ऊपर। सो ये सब हमारे गोल्स हैं। इसके अलावा अगर आप हमारी लाइव क्लासेस ज्वाइन करते हैं, तो हम रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर्स प्रोवाइड करते हैं, डाउट असिस्टेंस प्रोवाइड करते हैं, बैच रोटेशन होता है। अगर आप एक बार फी सबमिट करते हैं, तो आप मल्टीपल बैचेस में एनरोल हो सकते हैं। कोई टॉपिक अगर आपको नहीं समझ में आता है तो, और अगर आपको किसी तरह का सर्टिफिकेशन करना है, जैसे एमएस वर्ड, एमएस एक्सेल या फिर एडब्ल्यूएस, तो उसके लिए भी हम लोग हेल्प प्रोवाइड करते हैं। नॉट ओनली लर्निंग, यू विल बी ट्रेन्ड फॉर सर्टिफिकेशंस ऑल्सो, और हम लाइव प्रोजेक्ट्स पे भी काम करवाते हैं। तो इसके अलावा आप क्या कौन-कौन इसमें एनरोल हमारे इंस्टीट्यूट में एनरोल कर सकता है? तो स्कूल स्टूडेंट्स हैं, कॉलेज स्टूडेंट्स हैं, होम मेकर, प्रोफेशनल्स, टीचर्स, ड्रॉप आउट्स, और कोई भी ऐसा व्यक्ति जिसको कुछ भी कंप्यूटर से रिलेटेड कुछ भी सीखना है। इसके अलावा हम क्या-क्या सिखाते हैं, तो प्रोग्रामिंग कोडिंग तो एक पार्ट है ही कंप्यूटर साइंस का, इट्स एन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट। पर इसके अलावा जैसे बैक ऑफिस वगैरह की जॉब्स होती हैं, तो उसके लिए एमएस ऑफिस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है, बेसिक्स ऑफ कंप्यूटर और इंटरनेट इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं। डिजिटल मार्केटिंग भी अभी काफ़ी चल रहा है। इसके अलावा मशीन लर्निंग, एआई और आईओटी के प्रोजेक्ट्स भी हम लोग करवाते हैं। इंटरव्यू प्रिपरेशन भी करवाते हैं आईटी कंपनीज के लिए, एमएनसीज के लिए, और गेट और नेट के प्रिपरेशन भी करवाते हैं। इसके लिए हमारे पास काफ़ी गेस्ट लेक्चरर्स अवेलेबल हैं जो आपको ट्रेन करते हैं, जो अच्छे-अच्छे इंस्टीट्यूट्स में अभी पढ़ा रहे हैं। और इसके अलावा जो आपके डिग्री कोर्सेज़ होते हैं बीई, बीटेक में, जैसे ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम है, डीबीएमएस है, एडवांस डीबीएमएस है, एडवांस कंप्यूटर आर्किटेक्चर है, तो इन सब्जेक्ट्स को भी हम लोग मतलब पढ़ाते हैं। तो ये सारे हमारे जो थे, मतलब ये सारी हमारी सर्विसेज हैं। इसके अलावा आप हमारी वेबसाइट पे एनरोल कर सकते हैं, हमको फॉलो कर सकते हैं फेसबुक पे अजिंक्य टेक्नो स्पेस के नाम से। हमारा एक यूट्यूब चैनल है, ये रिकॉर्डिंग भी उस यूट्यूब चैनल पे हम डाल देंगे। और इसके अलावा आप शेयर कर सकते हैं हमारे लेक्चर्स को किसी के भी साथ। तो अभी मैं चैट में ये सारी चीज़ों की लिंक्स शेयर करने वाली हूँ, तो आप इसको कॉपी पेस्ट कर लीजिएगा। ठीक है, थैंक यू। आगे दिव्यांशु सर कंटिन्यू करेंगे, एंड थैंक यू। सर आप कंटिन्यू कर लीजिए। हेलो।
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I would like to congratulate to you for starting a new uh, as per the new education policy, I heard about your Ajinkya technical space, and I would like to congratulate you and your team, and very thanks to you. You invited as a guest speaker to me, and I can say I'm lucky person. I am delivering my lecture into your platform, and thanks to
Thank you, sir.
you.
Thanks for coming here and giving your valuable time. Okay. So,
Okay, ma'am.
uh,
So today I'm going to start the topic of phases of compiler, which is the part of the compiler design, and it is a most fundamental and core subject in the field of computer science engineering. It's a core subject. So let me start the what is the compiler, and what are the different phases of the compiler. So initially, if before I start the compiler or overview of the compiler, I just want to tell what are the different types of translator. Then I will switch to compiler and phases of the compiler. Okay, so anybody, or do you know and what is the translator? Any idea?
no, sir, you can explain.
Okay, okay, fine. So translator is kind of means we can say, if I'm saying in English statement, if you know English, then you can able to understand my English statement. If you don't know English, you are not able to understand my speech or any statement. Meanwhile, मैं जिस भी लैंग्वेज का यूज करूं, if you know, if you people know, then you can understand my terminology or my statement. Similarly, if we are trying to communicate with system or communicate with computer system, then definitely I have to take one translator. Okay, so in the computer science or in the computer field, we have mainly three type of translator. That the main purpose of the translator is to code or to translate one language to another language. Uh, Let me take one example. Like, take, say, if I'm speaking in English, okay, and if you know the English, you can understand better way. Okay, similarly, if I want to write a English statement in the computer, but if the system doesn't know about the system, English statement, then you will not get the proper output. So before translate your source language or your source code, you must take some translator, and you may have options in a compiler way, in an interpreter way, or in a assembler way. Okay. So we know the languages, we know the fundamental languages for the computer languages, like assembly language, binary language, because computer understand only the binary language. Okay, and the main motto for the compiler or any kind of translator is to convert your language into machine code, or like a purely binary language or purely machine code. Okay, so if you want to convert your source code, or if you want to convert your high level language code to the your executable code, or you can say it's a machine dependent code, then definitely you need to take a translator, and we will take one kind of compiler. We will take one kind of translator, that is a compiler, interpreter, and third is a assembler. Okay, so I am taking one C++ or C program. Here I am writing a one source code, and I will show you how one source code is converted, or how one source code is directly converted into their executable code, and how the source code is converted to machine dependent code. So let me take one turbo C program, and with the help of this editor, I am going to convert my source code into machine dependent code, as well as executable code. Okay, so are you getting my point, what I'm trying to say?
Yes,
Please
sir.
reply me so that I will continue my this session.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
You can continue. Sir, are you sharing your screen?
yeah, I'm going to share my screen. Just wait here. Yeah, are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, fine. uh, I want to take one C++ program. Here I write the code. Just start like how to add two number or how to print hello world. Okay, so I write the code in the just like a hash include studio.h hash include conio.h conio.h. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah,
Is it visible properly?
yeah, it's clearly visible.
Okay. Yeah, fine. So I just want to show hello world or hello student or hello uh, welcome. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me write one program. I am going to start with main function. So I write main function. Uh, I'm taking a one statement that is a printf, and I want to show hello all the students. Okay. And let me save this code because I'm going to take the C program. That's why I have to save with the extension C, and I write here hello.c. This is my file. Okay. Now in this file you can see the complete in this terminal you can able to see hash to curly bracket close. I forget the get ch statement because in the C I have to terminate my function. I want to hold my output. That's why I have to take get ch function. Okay, so in this source code from the hash and the closing bracket, this is completely a source code. It's a completely, I can say it's a high level language code, or it's a source code. Now I want to convert this source code to user readable code. I'm already writing here hello all the students. Okay, so I just again I have to save this program and go back to my save path, that is a C turbo C tc bin. Here I have stored my folder tc c in the folder C directory, and open to the bin folder. Turbo C is my folder name, and in this turbo bin I will go to bin folder, and here I can see a list of my cif and cpp file. I stored my file is hello. Okay, hello.c. So you can see here only the code is in the notepad file. You can see and just right click the hello file, and you can see it's a notepad file which I wrote in the terminal, which I wrote in the turbo C editor. Same to same file is here. That means it's my source code file. Okay, but you cannot able to you cannot see it's here any executable file because I didn't compile my source code files. And now I'm going to compile my this file, and you will see how the hello notepad file or hello C file will convert it into it's a bytecode file as well as in the executable file. Okay, because the main duty of the compiler is to convert the source program into the executable targeted code, and the main purpose of the compiler is converting our source code to assembly language code. Okay, compiler will never generate executable code, but compiler will generate only machine dependent code, that is called the assembly. I will show you how the compiler work because my topic is physics of the compiler. But before starting the phases of compiler, that's why I am taking this live example so that you can able to see whole process of how the compiler or how the source code is executable, or how the source program is actually seen. Okay, so let me go back my terminal, and I will compile my source code, and then you will able to see here. Just see the my terminal left hand side. So you will able to get hello.bak file. You will get. Now I'm going to compile my file. Alter F9. Here I compiled. One error is here. I think here include spelling is not uh, corrected. I will correct it. Hash include. This is a error handling. If I say I got the error, that means it's a error handling part. I will show you how the error handling is connected to the our phases of compiler. But this error I got from the error handler, and I will rectify this error. And I did it, and I again compile this program, and yes, there is no error. Now go back to start and run. Yeah, hello all the students completely. Okay, so you can see it's a whole process, but in the complete process, when I click the control F9, that means what are the different steps have been followed for executing this statement. So I'm again this folder have to refresh, and then you will able to see what exactly done here. Okay, so I'm again click on this folder bin, and I will start the source file. Okay, and I will start the source. I will click on the source code, and here you can see application file. Now here you will get application file. Okay, before compiling it, uh, uh, um, it was not happening, but when I click the execute, or when I click compiling, then this file I have gotten. Okay, so this is my application file. Here some source path difference, that's why it's not runnable from directly. It is not running in the current moment. But this is my executable file, and it is my source code file. Okay, it's a dependent machine dependent bytecode file, and you can see it's an object file, obj file. Okay, I have
It's
three
not
type of
human
file.
readable, right?
Sorry.
It's not human readable. Means we cannot read.
Yeah, this is not human readable. It's a object file, and it is executable by compiler. Okay, so this is object file. I am not able to understand this file, that's why it's a object and machine dependent file. But application file is readable by human. In this moment this file is not able to run, but I already given you executable command prompt. Here you can you have seen hello CSE student, hello students. Okay, and in the bin directory I have already given you hello file. That is a my C file, that is notepad file. Okay, so there are three steps. This is a called source code. Second steps, I can say it's my executable code, that means object file. And third one is the application file, जो कि linker and loader के through perform हुआ होगा. Okay, so these three steps में ये पूरा compiling हुआ. Now I am going to start phases of compiler, कि what are the different phases जो perform करते हैं executions के लिए. Okay, so I have one my handwritten notes, so I am directly start from my notes. Now you can see in this the diagram phases of the compiler. Are you able to see my this PDF file?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the main the whole process of the execution of your program. You have to write your source program into the your terminal. It may be GCC compiler or it may be Turbo C compiler, any kind of Notepad C++. It's your source program. जो मैंने भी लिया. Now the first step is the preprocessor. Here all the preprocessor directive include hash include macro expansion is inside in the preprocessor directive. I have taken hash include file, library file, studio.h and coney.h. So this is in the preprocessor. In the preprocessor directive, this code is going to the compiler. Here preprocessor code is converted into the compiler, and the main duty of the compiler is to produce the target assembly program. And in the target assembly program, I have shown you object file, obj file. So this is like a obj file which is generated by the compiler. I'm not completely sure कि it's a purely assembly code, but it's a partial machine code because it's an user ununderstandable code. Okay, so the compiler will generate an assembly program and assembly code, and it will take by assembler, and assembler will produce a relocatable machine code. It's a half of the machine code. It's a addressable code होगा जो कि linker code देगा. Linker, the main duty of the linker to link the libraries, and with the help of linking your libraries, your program will directly load into the main memory that is called a RAM. So linker and loader, two most important part of the overall execution of your life cycle of programming. Here linker link your libraries, and with the help of loader, linking libraries load into the program into the main memory that is called a RAM, random access memory. Once you got the executable code, जब मैंने लिखा था तो वो जो मुझे लोडर की हेल्प से मुझे वो प्रोग्राम लोड होते हुए एग्जीक्यूट हुआ था. So this जो complete process है, you can see कि linker is performing for linking your libraries, and the loader will perform for load the program into the main memory, and then you will be able to see your executable machine code. Now this executable code, I think your source program to executable code, there are 3 to 4 steps in which हमारा पूरा source program executable code तक जाता है, जिसमें main duty compiler की होती है, फिर assembler की होती है, and then the linker and loader. Okay, so the main topic, main जो concept है जो कि compiler की duty बनती है, इस compiler को अब हम zoom करते हैं, इस compiler को understand करते हैं कि how the compiler will convert your source program to targeted assembly language code. So let me show you different types of different phases of the compiler, so that you can understand what are the different part and what are the different blocks of the compilers. Students, basically in the compiler, you have two block of the compiler. One is a front end block and second is a back end part. Front end means that is a analysis part. We can say it's an analysis part. Why we can say it's an analysis part, I will show you. But first end and the first part is the analysis part, and the second phase is the synthesis phase. Okay? I can also say it's a front end part and the back end part of the compiler. Okay, so in the front end, you have 3 different type of phases. That is most important. These 3 phases mandatory for compiler as well as interpreter. Okay. So interpreter is another translator. I'm not showing the interpreter directly, but these 3 phases are mandatory for compiler as well as interpreter. Okay. Now the first is a lexical, second is a syntax, and third one is a semantic analysis. So these 3 phases called as an analysis part of your source program as well as your front end part of the compiler. Okay. So I can take one example how the lexical analysis perform their duty for the phases of compiler. Okay. But I just want to ask you, do you know lexical or lex? What is the exact meaning of lex or lexical meaning? Can you show me or can you tell me, anybody?
No, sir.
Okay. In my program, you can see when I wrote my program source code, I wrote here white main printf. Okay. Do you know any token? Do you know keywords? Do you know identifier, operator? Any idea?
Identifier and operator is known, but what is the meaning of token?
Okay, so okay. Token actually it's a term that is it's a smallest part of the program. It's a smallest individual part of the program. Here I have written printf get ch, and suppose I want to add some number. So I have to write a integer data type. I want to show my state my name. So I will take a character or array of character. Okay. So in the C directory or in the C programming or in the C++, any kind of programming language, certain types of keywords are available. जैसे हम इंग्लिश या स्टेटमेंट हिंदी में बात करें तो उनमें भी हमारे अल्फाबेट्स होते हैं, हमारे हिंदी में भी अनाराम होते हैं, ठीक है. और देन फिर हम लेटर के बाद हम उसके वर्ड पे जाते हैं, देन वर्ड से हम उसको स्टार्ट करते हैं स्टेटमेंट, और फिर हम उस तरह से पूरा एक ग्राफ या एक पूरा पैराग्राफ प्लॉट करते हैं. सो सिमिलरली हर एक प्रोग्रामिंग लैंग्वेज में भी जो एक बेसिक बिल्डिंग ब्लॉक्स बने हुए हैं वो हम इनको टोकन के अंदर रखते हैं. तो टोकन को हम बोलते हैं 4 कैटेगरी में. इन द टोकन आई हैव अ कीवर्ड, आई कैन से इट्स ऑपरेटर, आई कैन से इट्स आइडेंटिफायर, लिटरल्स. These are all the tokens. And the main duty of the lexical analysis phase is, students, to stream or to scan the tokens and to break into the different types of category inside a stream. It's like a tokens, and tokens in divide into the keyword, identifier, operator, and literals. Okay. So scanning, I can say lexical analysis is like a scanner. It scans from the your string or your statement or your source code from left to right, and allocate their keyword value to symbol table, operator into the different symbol table, and then operator and literals, and this type of duty. Okay. So lexical analysis, it means your code को completely read करना from left to right and check करना कि is it okay or not. It is a expression. If you write any expression, so is it valid or not? Okay. And then suppose I write capital int. Suppose I write capital int, so this is not a valid keyword because C and C++ language is a case sensitive. So I should write int in the lower case. I cannot write float into the upper case. I have to write float into the lower case. So this the case sensitive की जो मैचिंग होती है, that is in the lexical analysis phase. Stream of tokens को डिवाइड करता है, वो होता है lexical analysis phase. ठीक है. तो इस फॉर्म में होता है. It's the basic steps इसी होती है कि हम stream of tokens में उसकी strings को ब्रोक करते हैं और हम उन strings को टोकन की कैटेगरी में डिवाइड करते हैं. Now the second most important is the syntax analysis. It is also called the parser. The main purpose of the syntax analysis is perform its any is there any ambiguity. क्या कहीं पे हमारे प्रोग्राम में क्या कोई ऐसा ड्यूल मीनिंग तो नहीं आ रहा है, क्या एम्बिग्यूटी तो नहीं आ रही है. If we will get any ambiguity or dual statement, then we can say it's not able to run because एक्सप्रेशन का भी हमारा ड्यूल मीनिंग रखता है, ड्यूल पर्सनालिटी रखता है. दैट मीन्स आई कैन नॉट एग्जीक्यूट दिस टाइप ऑफ एक्सप्रेशंस, दिस टाइप ऑफ सोर्स कोड. सो द मेन ड्यूटी ऑफ द सिंटैक्स एनालिसिस इज द परफॉर्म द प्रॉपर पार्सिंग, perform the proper syntax matching with your expressions with where valid expressions rules. Okay. So in the parsing or in the syntax analysis, parser is divided into the two types. Okay. I will not explain in briefly, but I just want to show in some it's a abstract view ki in the parser or in the syntax analyzer, your program is or your source code, we have different types of technique for the syntax analysis. One, it's called a top down way, it's called a top down parser, and second is a bottom up parser. Okay. So where we have different types of techniques to perform. We don't have any we don't have techniques. Compiler will take the different types of techniques to perform the syntax analysis. Human or programmer will never perform any techniques for performing syntax analysis or lexical analysis. It is the main duty. Compiler will perform, compiler will execute, compiler will take different types of technique, and it will go to programmer that you will able to execute your program. Okay, so we have lexical analysis के लिए we have lex tool. ठीक है, lex tool एक होता है जिसको हमको इंस्टॉल करना होता है, और वो प्रोग्राम से आप समझ सकते हो कि हाँ इंटरनली सिस्टम में कंपाइलर एक लेक्स टूल की हेल्प से स्ट्रीम ऑफ टोकन्स को ब्रेक करता है. मैं अभी को शो नहीं कर रहा हूं, बट इन द लेक्सिकल एनालिसिस डेफिनेटली योर लेक्स पार्ट मींस योर जो रेगुलर एक्सप्रेशन पार्ट होता है वो स्प्लिट होता है, एंड वो फिर हम उसको एग्जीक्यूट करने के लिए नेक्स्ट फेज सिंटेक्स एनालिसिस के पास जाते हैं. और पार्सर की मेन ड्यूटी है, इट्स द मेन टूल इन द सिंटेक्स एनालिसिस जो परफॉर्म करता है कंपाइलर, दैट इज कॉल्ड अ YAC. That is called a YAC, YACC, yet another compiler. So these are the two mandatory tools which are using in the lexical and the syntax analysis. Okay, so you will get more clarity if you will able to, if you understand lexical analysis in deeply and syntax analysis, and if you get some different types of program for lex program and YAC program, then you will get more clarity about this type of program, because in the lexical analysis and syntax analysis there is a certain types of source code, and their certain terminology. Okay, now the third phase is a semantic analysis. What is the exact meaning of your syntax analysis? What is the exact meaning of your expression? That is, if it's true, then this code will go to your next phase of the compiler. Okay, so these three phases are most important for your compiler. That is a lexical, syntax, and semantics. In short, lexical, it means stream of tokens की dividations. Syntax analysis means ambiguity तो नहीं आ रही इसकी checking, and semantics, it's the meaning is your source code or expression is perfect or not. So ये the three phases if you are performing in your compiler, where definitely compiler will perform these three phases, so you will never any problem whenever you are executing your program. Okay, logical error, it's a different type, different kind. Syntax error is a different kind. Okay, so I can say these three phases mandatory for the phases of compiler, and the rest part I'm shortly I will take only few minutes to explain only three phases. That is my code, the last rest part of the phases. There is in the backend part, that is a intermediate code optimization, and code generation. Okay, in the intermediate code generations, partially machine code will generate. Okay, partially it's a kind of code, and this code is directly converted to your targeted code like a machine development code. Okay, so in this activity or in this phase, we have to divide into different types of code. That is called a 3 address code: quadruple, triple, and indirect triple. It's a we have to make a like a tabular form in this 4 columns, and then 3 columns, and then 2 columns. So I can say it's a quadruple, triple, and indirect triple. So this kind of representation perform in the intermediate code generator. And second last phase is a code optimization, which is the optional phase of the compiler, but the main purpose of the code optimization is to efficient or to execute your code fastly. Okay, so main purpose of the code optimization is to efficient your programming or execution life cycle, because here the code is reduced and your code is optimized way, so you can run whenever you are running your program, then you will execute your program fastly. Okay, so this as per the books and as per the different compilers scenario, code optimization phase is optional phase, but it's a mandatory way. Okay, it's a mandatory. Okay, and the third is the code generations, because your targeted code is ready to take assembly language code, because the compiler will generate assembly language code. Preparation of your code is already done in the code optimization and intermediate code. So code generator, it will generate your intermediate code in the form of assembly code. And you can see here different type of assembly language code for the multiplications and movement and MOV. These are the assembly language syntax, and these are the different types of assembly language code. Okay, so the last phase is a code generations, and then in the left hand side and right hand side, two mandatory phases are connected, two mandatory blocks are connected. That is a symbol table. Here I already told you, in the symbol table, in the token, in the lexical analysis, stream of token is divided. That means keywords separately, identifiers separately, operators separately. So these are linking with the symbol table management. Okay, and if I want to if I get any error, or I want to rectify my error, then I have to connect all the phases with the error handling with each other. So I have two options: error detections as well as error handling. I have to detect my error as well as I have to handle my error. Both are options available. If I get error detection, if I get error, then I will rectify and then handle the particular error and then solve. Okay, so I hope you understood what I telling you, and this is a complete picture of your diagram जो मैंने अभी बोली आपकी पूरी phases की. This is analysis phase, there is lexical, syntax, semantics, and in the synthesis phase you have three phases: intermediate code, code optimization, and code generator, and you will get target machine code, that is a assembly language code. In the left hand side, symbol table management, and right hand side, error detection. Okay? It's the back end and it's the front end. It's a complete abstract model of your phases of compiler.
Sir,
So,
it was a very good explanation actually.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sir, we came to know about the lexical analyzer. We were knowing about compiler, that is the program which converts that our source code into machine language. That was the simple definition we were knowing about. But you gave the practical aspect of that word compiler, that how we write the source code, and then how that source code is converted into object code, and how the libraries are linked. You explained theoretically also and practically also. It was very good, sir. Means it's very beneficial for student also. I think you are demonstrating something else also.
No. I heard you are telling me practical demo. That's why I want to show the Flex Windows, which is a Lex tool.
Yeah, you
That's
can
it.
show. Yeah, sure, sir.
Yeah. It's not a it's not a runnable. No, I told you it's a Lex and Yak tool. It's you can download if you want to perform the practical for lexical analysis and syntax analysis. You just click on the Google Flex window. So you will get this executable file and run into your system. But it's a terminology is it's slightly like a different because initially we have to save the file in the Lex specification file and then it convert into C. Then you will get your code. Okay. So I will take separate session for this Lex and Yak. So it will be better for the students.
Sure, we'll be waiting for that session. So this session was also very good. Actually, in fact, if we are creating a program, we came to know that what part of program is a preprocessor, what we call as lexes and tokens. Some terminologies were there which were already heard, but when we go deep, we dive deep into the practical aspects. So it gave us means it is very good. To understand the things practically, right?
Exactly.
जब तक हम उसको प्रैक्टिकली करके नहीं देखते हमको समझ में नहीं आता है. ऐसे किसी ने बोल दिया कि ये कोड को ऑब्जेक्ट में कन्वर्ट कर दिया, फिर ऑब्जेक्ट को हमने एग्जीक्यूटेबल फाइल में कन्वर्ट कर दिया, तो ये सब चीजें हम क्या करते हैं, क्रैम कर लेते हैं जनरली. पर जब हम उसको प्रैक्टिकली देखते हैं स्क्रीन पे तो हमको ज्यादा अच्छे से समझ में आता है. तो मुझे तो आज का लेक्चर बहुत अच्छा लगा और मैं वेट करूंगी अगले आपके कुछ सेशंस के लिए। तो थैंक यू सर,
Definitely,
आपने
ma'am.
ज्वाइन किया। और मैं सबको बताना चाहूंगी कि दिव्यांशु सर जो है वो एक रिनाउंड इंस्टीट्यूट बड़ौदा में पढ़ाते हैं, आईटीएम यूनिवर्सिटी में। और
Yeah, ITMSL Baroda University.
बड़ौदा यूनिवर्सिटी में। सो सर आपका मेल आईडी दे दीजिएगा, तो मैं इसके रिकॉर्डिंग्स में मेंशन कर दूंगी, सो दैट
Sure,
इफ
sure.
एनी स्टूडेंट वांट्स टू कांटेक्ट यू, दे कैन कांटेक्ट यू फॉर फर्दर सेशंस आल्सो।
Okay, sure, sure.
ओके, तो
Thank you so much, and good luck for your online this platform. I forget your name of the organization. Ajinkya.
yeah, it's Ajinkya
Yeah.
Techno Space. It's an
Okay,
online
Ajinkya.
computer science school.
Okay, so may I know your what is why you suggest Ajinkya?
Ajinkya is my kid's name actually.
Okay, okay,
Meaning of
okay,
Ajinkya is the winner, who
okay.
no one can suppress the person, means जिसको कोई हरा नहीं सकता।
Oh, very nice. Good to
That's
start
why,
about it.
yeah, so that's why it's
Okay.
Ajinkya Techno Space. Techno means it's a technological community. It's a kind of community as well as e-learning platform. And we call it space because it's a space where people can collect together and they can share their ideas. That's why I call it
Oh, it's
Ajinkya
a
Techno Space.
knowledge sharing platform.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
knowledge sharing platform and it's a e-learning platform as well. So,
fine,
so
fine.
anyone can connect in to this platform if you want to share your knowledge and if you want to learn something. That's the
Yes,
purpose
ma'am,
of this platform.
definitely. And my best wishes to you and to your whole team. Okay.
Thank,
So thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
thank you. Thanks for joining.